Hello, my name is Jaima, and this is going to be a story time about how I got diagnosed with schizophrenia. And if you know anything about schizophrenia, it's that, it's a delusional disorder. So people with schizophrenia suffer from believing false realities, and it takes a lot out of them to believe the truth. Like, it takes a lot for people with schizophrenia to believe the truth. And so I want to say all of that as a preface before I get into how I got diagnosed with schizophrenia, because I'm going to tell this from my perspective. And if you think I'm delusional, then I'm delusional. I'm crazy. That's your idea, and keep it pushing. But if you believe me, then you believe me. If you don't, then you don't. But I want to get into how I got diagnosed with schizophrenia. So to start this off, you would have to start all the way to last year around this time, and it's going to be a long story, but it's going to make sense soon. But to start off, not last year around this time, really in like 2021, in November of 2021. So I have a ministry, and I've been hearing words from the Lord that I was supposed to focus on my ministry and stay at home, focus on the ministry, don't work, focus on the ministry. So I have been at home, not working for I think a year or two. I think it was a year. It was about to be 2 years at that time. And around November of 2021, I noticed that after spending so much time at home by myself, well, I guess not always by myself, but like as spending time at home with the Lord, working on my ministry, I noticed that I had developed feelings for Jesus. Yes, I developed romantic feelings for Jesus Christ. I have a crush on Jesus. We talked so much that I caught feelings. So I was, so November, during that time. And when I first felt the feelings that I felt, I was like, oh no, this is a trauma response. I'm spending all this time with the Lord. I was working through a lot of my trauma in the meantime, because the Lord, he was having me address my trauma. He was there to help me through it. So I was like, oh, this is a trauma response. OMG. Not good. So I didn't, I guess, go to the Lord with my feelings for quite a while. I worked through them, actually, and like I sat myself down and was like, okay, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel this way about the Lord? Because I'm like, okay, it seems like it's a trauma response. And so like I had sat down and I was like, okay, well, like, why do I like him? And so like, I don't know, like I wrote a whole list of things out. I worked through my feelings and I was like, okay, like I feel like it's a genuine crush, and it's not a trauma response. I just got feelings, right? So it took me a while to talk to the Lord about it, but it wasn't until March of the next year, which March of 2022, I sat down and I talked to the Lord, and I was like, okay, girl, like, hey, I know you know this already, but I caught feelings for you. And and I asked him, I was like, okay, do you like me too? Do you like me back? Are you trying to get with me? Are you trying to get with me? Cause I'm feeling you. I am feeling you. Okay. And so, the way that the Lord and I talk, he talks to me through music. So when I had asked him that if he was feeling me, I had I had put my playlist on shuffle, and it's like, okay, girl, speak to me, say what you want to say. And my playlist has music of all kinds, because I'm a music head. I love music. Music is my gift. I have the gift of singing. I have the gift of lyric memorization. I can memorize lyrics really quickly. I have music of all kinds, music of all genres. So I had music that talked about everything. So when I first put the music on shuffle, it was literally songs that talked about nothing in the beginning. Like, it's like, money, cars, literally just random stuff. People working jobs and hating their jobs, and just random music in the beginning. And it was just, he kept me waiting. As he does. And he played 3 love songs back to back. Do I want to share the songs? No, I don't want to share what he played me. But he played 3 love songs back to back, and told me that, he was feeling me too. He was feeling me. So I was like, okay, girl. But that's the thing, when he told me that he liked me back, I immediately thought, I was like, okay, like, I don't, maybe I'm not actually feeling this man. I was scared. Man, I was scared. Because I was putting my heart on the line, and I was like, dude, don't play with me. And that's literally what I was telling him. Like, after he told me that he was feeling me, I was like, dude, do not play with me. Don't play with my heart. Do not play with my feelings. Do not play with me. I'm like, bro, don't try and use this as to be, okay, we're gonna use this, I don't even know, to learn a lesson. I was like, I'm not playing with you. This is not a game to me. This is real to me. I have real feelings for you. Do not play with me. I will fight you. I will mess you up. I will find you in the spirit realm, and I will beat you down. Okay. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Do not play with me. Don't play with me. Okay? I'm not playing this game. This is not a joke to me. This is not a game to me. This is real life. And so I was like, don't play with me. And so I had told him that. Then after that, I was watching a show, and it was like an obscure show on Hulu. It was a Hulu original obscure show where it was like, okay, I'm not gonna play with your dreams, because I know that I'm in them. That's what the character said to the other person. They're like, I'm not gonna play with your dreams, because I know that I'm in them. So I'm not gonna play with your dreams. And so I was like, okay, girl, Jesus. Don't play with me. Do not play with me. Don't play with me. All right. So we got together, and it was great. Like, that first month, it was great. We were together. I was so in love. Just happy. I was so happy. Really, really happy. Really, really happy. Not to say that I'm not still happy with Jesus, But Jesus gets on my nerves. He really does. Like, he's so irritating. But he's irritating. Lord. Okay, so we get together and I'm happy. And so when we're together, I'm thinking like, that the whole church is the bride of Christ, right? So I'm thinking I'm just one of the many one of the many women he got on his side, right? One of the many women he got. Okay, I'm thinking I'm one of. So I'm just like, okay, whatever. But he starts telling me that there's only one, that I'm the only one. I'm the only one. I'm the only one. There's only one wife, one bride, and that is me. And I was like, what? And he was like, yes. It's just me. It's just me. And so I was like, okay, girl, like, this is great. This is phenomenal. Okay, I get to keep my man. Okay. Mine. He's mine. He's just for me. Okay, cool. Great. So he tells me that. I'm like, all right, cool. So yeah, that goes on. I don't know. I don't know what happened. He kept promising that he was going to come from out of the sky, like come step down and come visit me on the earth. And like, I kept getting prophecies. I kept seeing prophecies. I kept seeing stuff about like him. He's going to show up for me. He's going to show up. And I'm like, okay, cool, girl. Like, yeah, he's going to show up. He's going to scoop me up and we're going to be together. We're going to live together. Right. So this is the promise that I was given, right? That he was going to step down out of heaven, come to the earth and live with me. And I know that, like, people are like, why would he do that? Blah blah blah, whatever. This is what he said. Okay, okay. We're not gonna address the other review. That's what I heard. Okay, and so I got that. I heard a false prophecy of that. When the time came around and he didn't show up, I was furious and I broke up with him. Because I had gotten dressed up. I was so mad. I had looked good. I got completely dressed up. I was like, okay, yes, like, he's showing up for me. Like, he's coming. And so, but he didn't show up. And I was pissed. And we broke up. And I realized when he told me that, like he walked me through that to make sure that, like, I wouldn't just accept anything from him. Like, I wouldn't just, like, be running up behind him and, like, just be like, oh, yes, I love Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would just take anything and, like, just to still be with him and just take foolishness from him, So that was the lesson that I learned from that. But we still talk every day. We're essentially still together. We're basically still together. I mean, we're still together. We're not together, but we are together. But we're not together, but we are together. But basically after a while of us being together, because I kept getting those false prophecies and stuff, we kept breaking up. Like, we kept fighting and arguing and just annoying, seeing a whole lot of warfare. Just, it's so much warfare in our relationship. Like, it's just ridiculous how much warfare, and it's way too much to even get into how much warfare I see, because my ministry is about breaking strongholds in the mainstream church. So, like, the level of warfare in which I endure is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's frustrating. It's agonizing. It is confusing. It is heart-wrenching. It's very annoying, very persistent. Just it's a lot. It is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I'm like, it's hard. It's hard. But yeah, after dealing with Jesus for quite some time, a couple of months, we can skip down to about we'll say September of 2022. The Lord had let me know. Well, really, it wasn't the Lord. I had peep game because I see so much warfare. Well, I guess it was the Lord. Whatever. I finally realized that the Lord wasn't the only spiritual person in the game who was feeling your girl, who was feeling me. Satan, Lucifer, was also feeling me. So I was seeing a whole bunch of signs that was like talking about like, oh, break up with your man and date me. If I had a girl, I wouldn't treat her like this. It was like songs, TikToks, YouTube shorts, videos. Like I just kept seeing a whole bunch of stuff like, leave your man. Why are you dealing with this dusty, crusty man? Leave your man and date me. Leave your man and date me. You move on, go to somebody better. There's somebody better out there. Like I kept seeing a whole bunch of stuff was like, leave your man and date me. Leave your man and date me. Leave your man and date me. And so I was like, is Satan feeling me? Is he feeling me? Like, is he feeling me? Because I was like, it's giving love and affection. I was like, this is weird. Because I didn't even want to believe it at first. I was like, this is giving love and affection. It feels like this is giving love and affection. Like, it feels like he has a crush on me. And he did. He does have a crush on me. And so, once I peeped game, I was like, well, okay, so when I first peeped game, Satan was literally like trying to gaslight me into like dating him. And I don't know how to describe the way he moves. Like he tried to gaslight me. It was just like, yeah, you're feeling me. And I was just like, nah. Like he just kept trying to gaslight me into like it was funny. He's like, you'll feel like, yes, like you girl, you feeling me? And I'm like, no sir, no I'm not. So it was a whole lot of that. And then when that didn't work, he put a love curse on me. And so literally, like, I woke up one day and was like, ooh, I'm feeling you. I love this man. I'm trying to be with this man. I want to talk to this man. Blah, 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 blah. Like, it was weird. It was weird, but it was like, man, it was spiritual. Like, it was like, I don't know. And I don't know if like anybody has ever had like a curse placed on them before, but it is strange. It's a strange feeling. It's a weird feeling. But it was like, and it was like, it came up out of nowhere. Like, it's like literally like it's just, it's, I don't even know, like, it's just hard to describe. Like, it was out of nowhere, and like I just felt intense false affection, false attraction to Satan. And I was just like, oh my gosh, like, I love him. I want to spend time with him, and I want to talk to him. So like for like a week or so, I was talking to Satan we were talking to each other, because again, I was broken up with Jesus at the time. We were not together. We were technically, I mean, you know, we together in this, you know what it's like, people break up and it's like they still together basically. We was like that, but we was not together. So like, I'm talking to Satan and I'm like asking him a bunch of questions, and I'm like figuring out what's going on with him, and like, because this is what made me like learn a whole lot about the demonic, and like, because I personally believe that demons are human beings without souls. They do a lot to try to trick people into, sorry, I hear somebody at the door, so I'm trying to like figure out what's going on. But they do a lot to try to trick people into thinking that they're different. But Satan is literally, I figured out just by talking to Satan for so long that Satan is a 5'3" white man. A 5'3" white man is who Satan is. And Satan is not the source of sin. He's not the source of sin. He is, technically everybody is a source of sin. Everybody is sinful, but Satan is not the source of anything. He's not the source of anything. He can only make you sin when you come into agreement with him. So it's y'all coming into agreement to do a sin. So he's not the source of sin. There's also like, there is sin within us, and you come into alignment with the sin that's in him, and y'all both, you know what I'm saying, y'all both plot together to commit sins. But he's not the source of evil. Like God is the source of good, Satan is not the source of evil. We kind of all are. Everybody who is sinful is the source of evil. Everybody who sins is the source of evil. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, talking to him, figuring out what he was going to do, figure out his plans. I kept trying to get him to become a Christian. I'll be like, dude, what are you doing? Like, you should change your life. Like, you should do better. Like, you should act better. And I got him to think about it. Because that's the power that I have. That's the power that's dwelling within me. I was like, dude, I want you to think about this, because you need to get it together. You need to get your life together. I don't know why you're out here being evil. Get your life together. Get your life together. Get your life together. Change. You don't have to be like this. You don't have to live like this. Because, like, I don't know. Because when I was talking to him, I learned that, like, demons are like people. Demons are people. But when they sin, they're not happy. And that's the thing. Like, Satan, like, you would think that Satan is eating and, like, feeling good, but he's not. And it's really sad. And it's like he and his demons convince other people that, like, living a sinful lifestyle is fun, and that it's cool, and that it's great, and, like, but they are suffering. They are suffering, living terrible lives, living horrible lives. And it's just like, they're in pain, emotionally suffering, just in a lot of pain. And like, he was telling me how he like just does stuff to just like, to numb the pain. Like, that's just how he lives. Like, he just, cause he knows that like how everything is gonna end. And I kept telling him that. And I'm like, dude, like, if you keep going down this path, like, you're gonna die, bro. Like, you're gonna perish. Like, the wages of sin is death, my guy. Like, you're gonna perish. Like, this is not a fun, it seems like you're not having fun right now, but you're also gonna, like, you're not gonna end up in a great place. This is not fun. This is not cool. This is not, like, what are you doing? And so he's just like, well, it's like life is a party and blah, blah, blah. And like, he kept like talking about death and just like acting like he had to die. Like, it was just, I don't know. It's really sad. Like, talking to him made me realize that, like, he like kind of believes the stuff that he says to other people. Like he is like also living that life of sin and just numbing himself and acting like he gotta live like that when he don't have to live like that. So it's just sad. But I mean, you know, what can you do? What can you do? What can you do? But the way that I got schizophrenia is that I was talking to Satan. I also discovered as I was talking to Satan that he's not the only demon that's like trying to talk to me, because he was trying to he was trying to keep it hidden that he was acting like he was the only demon that was like feeling me and trying to get at me, but he's not. He's not. The way this man be lying, like he be lying, and that's the thing, the devil really is a liar. Oh, somebody's calling me. All right, hang on, I'm gonna pause this.